time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Hour Live, Monday, January 26th. S&P up 42 points. NASDAQ is up 136. Russell is red. It's down 8 points. The Dow is up 344. Gold up 1%. Silver up 7. Both of those well off their highs. Notes and bonds are a little bit green. 10-year yield down about 0.75%. Oil down about 0.5%. Natural gas up 23%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all finished red. Euro and the pound both up about 0.5%, and Bitcoin down about 2%. VIX down 1%, currently at 15.93. As far as my trading today, just kind of a nice little Monday. Nothing to write home about, but pretty solid. My BICs are actually doing pretty good. All my later tranches, obviously we haven't had any movement, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unstopped, actually six unstopped tranches. No double stops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 call sides, up about 3,300. So if we could just kind of sleep into the close, that would be nice for my BICs. As far as my 1 DTE, it is almost green. If we come down a little bit more, could get some profit out of my 1 DTE. I've got my 6/7 calendar from Friday that I left 17 contracts on. It's pushing up against the upper break even, but still up nicely. In fact, here's it's up about 16%, almost 3K, and then my 1 DTE is down about 8%, and my 3/4 put calendar is basically at a scratch right now. So those could all use a down move. And then I did 2 Elmos, both hit 25% profit target, so 480 plus 465, 945 on my 2 Elmos. So like I said, just a nice relaxing little Monday. Oh, and then my day trading, 2 trades. One in Meta for 832, one in Microsoft for 466. So about almost 1,300 on my day trade. So cross my fingers, no losing trades today. But that's it for me. As far as individual stocks, we've got my biggest movers on my watch list are Zoom. Zoom's up 10.5%. CoreWeave was up a lot more. It's up about 6. DDOG up 5. Apple's up 3. Meta's up 2. Google's up 2. On the red side, IONQ is down 8, RGTI down 8, so some quantum names getting hit today. Tesla's down 3, Coin down 1.5. So just kind of a nice little jump early, and then just sideways action. You know, we do have FOMC coming Wednesday. We've got Trump speaking tomorrow. It just still says tentative, and it's an orange folder, not even labeled as red folder. Thursday, unemployment claims pre-market. Friday, PPI. And then we've also got a slew of big boy earnings. Nothing really today after the bell, but tomorrow morning we've got UNH and Boeing and UPS and GM. After the bell Tuesday, Texas Instruments. Before the bell Wednesday, ASML, Starbucks. Then the big boys are Wednesday after the close. So on Wednesday we've got FOMC in the afternoon, and after the bell Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla. Before the bell Thursday, MasterCard and Caterpillar. After the close Thursday, Apple and Visa. Before the bell Friday, SoFi, American Express, Verizon, Chevron, Exxon. So kind of the big earnings week. Articulate. When you say you limit your number of trades to 3 a day, what do you mean? Because your math ain't mathin'. That's just on my directional day trades. Now, I've also cheated a little bit on those to where, if I re-enter on the same stock, I just count that as one, which is kind of cheating. So I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, just my directional day trade. So like today I took 2. That's where I have the tendency to overtrade, is on those directional trades, and so that's just specifically on those directional day trades. Plus I've got my accountability buddy Watson keeping me in line on those. He failed miserably last week, but he's doing better. He's shooting me with a squirt gun lately. Yeah, I'm going to, we're coming to the end of January, so I'll do my trade plan for February here in the next couple days. But yeah, I'm going to give myself a little more leash on the number of trades, because there are certain days like what was the day last week? Oh yeah, the Thursday of last week. That was just a really good day to be trading. And so I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so my goal is, I've talked about, is I'm really trying to build the discipline with my directional trade so that I can scale. And if I'm just trading 20 times a day sometimes and varying my position size other times, that's just not scalable. So I've taken a step back these last couple months, reduced my position size, reduced the number of trades to really start kind of rebuilding that discipline so that I can scale, so that I can easily go from, using 5,000 in buying power to 7,000 to 10,000 to 50,000 to 100,000. That's kind of the goal. And so you have to have some parameters in place to be able to do that. But I also think that it's important to really take it to that next level. You have to be able to push when the time is good and pull back when the time is, when the price action is not good. The problem the reason that I kind of scaled back and started creating all this discipline was because I found myself over trading in price action that was not good price action to trade. Or I would find myself, if I was down early in the day, if I, took a red trade early, let's say, I would overtrade, maybe not even consciously, but subconsciously trying to get that back. So ultimately, I want to get to the point where I'm just only trading in good price action, and I don't necessarily have the restriction on the number of trades to take per day, but I don't trust myself yet, if that makes sense. So I've got to build that discipline so that I trust myself. Like today was a really good example where I took 2 trades, booked the profits, and then I literally got away from my screen. I went to the gym, went to the sauna, because the price action just wasn't really very conducive to directionally trading. And if I would have sat here in front of my computer, I probably would have saw something and tried to force something. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of, for me, of building that discipline and really getting to the point where I can, really for me, it's getting to the point where I can walk away when it's just not the right time to be trading. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that either, Watson, but I don't want to be taking any B trades. You know what I mean? I only want to take A plus trades. If it's not A plus, I don't want to take it. That's kind of where I really want to get. Lando Contact says, what happened to the Elmo course? It says it got removed. Any idea on that? Should be in the 0 DTE 0 DTE course section. Cobalt 100 in the house. What's up? As far as Watson, as far as A plus trades during the day, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, I consider the ones this morning when the market was ripping. I think there were some better A plus trades than even the ones that I took, even though mine were winner. But like AVGO, that first dip in reaction off previous day high, I think that was A plus, and it would have printed for about 5-10 minutes. But it would have been a quick winner. What was the other one? Oh, Apple. Apple was a good one. Off of pre-market highs, it kind of chopped around and kind of resisted and held above pre-market highs. It was one of the strongest stocks on the board. The market was strong. So I look at those as A plus. And the majority of the A plus are going to come before, within the first 90 minutes of the day, typically. AMD tried to start bouncing, but it's back near lows. PLTR never could quite get green for very long. It's near lows. The 2 that I took today, if you weren't in the live stream, I entered them both during the live stream, and then I finished them off in the directional trade channel. But my first one was Microsoft. And I like this setup too. Microsoft, it made a quick flush early, but then huge rebound, pushed above pre-market high. Market was staying strong. It was showing some good relative strength, pulled back to pre-market highs. That's where I got in, rode it up, and then I just got out when it started chopping. Kind of scaled out along the way. And then Meta was the other one, pretty similar. Although Meta was a little choppy this morning, but looking at the daily chart, it's just been on fire. So I was really focused in on it around previous day high to see if it was going to extend. So I watched it. I was pretty patient if you're in the live stream. And it just kind of kept chopping around previous day high, chopping, held, and then when it made this little reaction right here, that's where I got in, right at about 9:10 my time. Kind of scaled out, and then same thing as Microsoft. When it started just kind of trading sideways, I just bailed. Yeah, after I did my 2 Elmos and got out, premiums were pretty low. So I didn't do any more. Wednesday we will stream for FOMC as opposed to normal power hour time. So we will start at about 15 minutes before the data release. So that's 12:45 Central, 1:45 Eastern. Got the Navigation Trading Show tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. So I don't have any earnings trades to do today, but definitely will take a few of those other big names later this week. If S&P can just kind of stay in this little tight range, I'm going to have a really nice BIC day. Let's see, most of my BIC strikes are, let's see, I've got 50 to 65, 55 to 65. Yeah, between 55 and 65 are kind of the majority. So if we could stay right around 60 where we're at right now, that would be ideal. You might take some off at 20 till. Probably not a bad idea. Not sure if I will or not. Yeah, maybe scaling out of a couple of them would be a good idea. My early tranche that's on the 35s and 60s. Oh, that call side's dangerous too, though. Yeah, I might take some chips off. I'll give it a little bit here, though. You start crying at the end of Monday sometimes, Elliot? Like real tears? Whenever you go from like plus 30,000 down to like negative 2,000. You don't like that? I haven't even looked at Financial Juice today. Probably because there hasn't been much movement. Has old Donnie Boy been quiet today? Even Caroline was on the mic. She couldn't even do anything. I don't know. I'll probably at least do a Mahomes scalp before MOC. They're already, let's see, SPX is at 60. The 60 fly is already trading for $1.65. Not a lot of movement, which tends to not be great for Mahomes, but I'll at least do a scalp and then evaluate from there. Oh yeah, my wheel. I did do one trade in my wheel portfolio. Let me bring that up. All right, so Hood is pretty break even today. That position is down a little bit. Bitcoin's down 2%. Not quite needing to roll my calls, but another down day in Bitcoin I will. Nebius is the one that I rolled my calls. Kept the strike the same. Stayed in the 120 calls, but I just rolled them from February to March. They were over 50% of max profit. Netflix is pretty much unchanged today. That position's still up after I put that on. Rivian is our problem child. It's down another 1.5%. Those options are in the money. So if that doesn't rebound, then we could put the stock on that one. Silver, not ready to roll the puts up again yet, but another nice push up in silver. Another nice push up in UNG. So that's where we're at on the wheel. Yeah, Rivian's been getting crushed. I don't remember what date it was that I put mine on, but yeah, it made that push up to about almost $23, and it's just been falling almost daily. Let's see, when did I put my Rivian on? That was on December 30th. So yeah, after this big down day right here, then it kind of chopped sideways for about a week and then started falling again. So Rivian has earnings on 2/12. So that's a couple weeks away. Hood has earnings on 2/10. Elliot, did you print on some Elmos today? What was the latest one? What was the latest one you entered? Latest one was 12:40, so that would be 11:40 my time. So that would have been, yeah, right in here. Okay. And my last one was at about an hour earlier. So yeah, I thought I may do one more, but I decided just to get away from the screens like I've been telling myself I want to do every day. I actually did it today. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, Articulate. You probably, if you started with the Mahomes after January, yeah, it has not been super solid. It was on fire in December. Oh, that negative one was an in the money. Okay. Yeah, I switched back to my 50% today just because, well, for my first one, I was on a call during that, and so I wasn't able to monitor it close enough. So was that your only in the money one? Oh no, you had a couple other in the monies. So you did 5 points in the money. And that one you entered at 10:12, so that would have been 9:12 my time. So that would have been about right here, where we kind of pushed up towards highs of day. Yeah. God, I hope not, Faz. Don't put that out there. We don't want that. Not today, maybe tomorrow. Maybe after FOMC. I mean, that'd be a 42-point move in SPX. 12 points in ES. I don't want either. SPX at 58. Got several big tranches with a 69.55 put side. I've got 3 of those. Let's just stick to 60. See, we've got about 6 minutes till MOC. $60 butterflies trading for $1.70 or $1.80. I'm going to go ahead and put an order on the 60 fly for $2. See if I can't get filled before MOC at $2. Looks like it's trading, getting close. $1.90. Moel, you did 3 Woogas? Very nice. Very, very nice. See, today's actually the kind of day I like to do Woogas, the up days. I didn't really even think about it, to be honest. Wooga's been beating me up a little bit. I just kind of blacked it out of my mind, I think. Oh, I've got my calendars too here I need to do something with. I kind of want to hold them. Although if we do have the all-time high magnet in place, that would not do good by them. My 3-4 from today is basically at a scratch. Oh, I guess I'll just close them. Yeah, we got all-time highs. We got the 7,000 magnet. Mahomes filled at $2. Early Mahomes entries like this typically don't end well. But I'm going to scout. I'm going to try to scout part of it. Looks so nice when you get filled this early on a Mahomes and you think it's got to move 5 points between now and the bell. But typically doesn't. My 1 DTE is still a little bit red. I'm going to leave that on, let the bot take that out. And my Bix. Whew, I don't know. I don't know what to do with my Bix. I'm going to close one tranche. One
order cancelled.
Little tranche. Just to feel good about myself.
Order filled. Order cancelled.
I've still got like 4 or 5 open. All right, less than a minute till MOC. Turn my audio on. Okay, I'm going to close 2 tranches. I'm going to close 2 big tranches.
Order cancelled. Order filled. Order cancelled.
Ten seconds.
Order partially filled.
10 seconds.
Order filled.
Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 sell side 2.1 billion.
Ooh.
Nasdaq 100 sell side 1.4 billion. Dow 30 sell side 807 million. Mag 7 sell side 1 billion.
2 Billy sell side. Little dip. So I've got an order to scalp half my Mahomes at, I've got my order working at $1.20. I might raise that to get out of half. SPX down to 56. I'm going to raise my scalp to $1.40. See if I can't get out of half of these. If we get another little dip, should hit it. Should be hitting it. There we go. Filled it $1.40 to close half. I'll let the other half ride. Come on, my homie. Pushing up against 55. I've got a couple of 55 big tranches. Bounced off 55, back up to 56. Some good football games this weekend. I enjoyed seeing the Broncos go down. I think we got a couple Broncos fans in here. Who is it? Who's my Broncos fan that I can talk smack to? Any Patriots fans? Any Seahawks fans? No. Well, you are now. SPX still coming down below 55. My big bets this weekend, I took the under on the Denver game because of the weather, and I took the over on the Seahawks-Rams games. Both of those hit nicely. My smaller bets were on the Rams and the Patriots. Neither of those covered, though. SPX down to 53. It's good for Mahomes. It's putting pressure on my Bix. No stops yet. I need a 55 pin is what I need. 5 minutes to go. Ooh, this would have done really good for my calendars too. Oh, my 1 DTE might be green. What's going on there? My 1 DTE is green. And it just closed. Closed for $7 profit. No. $84 profit. Big winner.
Order filled.
Uh-oh. Now my Bics are getting hit. Just took a couple little put stops on that flush. Still have, well, I closed 2 of them, which were nice profits. I still have one that's going to pin. Still be a nice day. And it appears Mahomes could be a max winner. Down to 50. Did you close all yours out, Elliot? I went from, it was showing about a 5,000, up about 5K or so. Now it's up 3K, so definitely gave some back, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with my decision. Beautiful. A good day. 18K day is a good day. I want it all, Noel. I want it all. Every penny. Oh, nice. Yeah, looks like that Mahomes fly is trading for about 10 cents. Needed to stay below 55. So 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long time. VIX popped back up above 16. SPX still at about 50 or 51, less than a minute. It's the most action we've seen since 9:30 this morning. $51. 15 seconds.
According to a governor's statement, Texas bans Alibaba, Temu, TP-Link products from state employee devices.
Order cancelled.
There is the bell.
Order cancelled.
59 or 6950.28. 6950.29. So half scalp and then half went to max profit on Mahomes. Day trading winners, BIC winners, 1 DTE winners, calendar winners. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's a winner today, hopefully. All right, way to start off the week, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, Navigation Trading Show is at 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. We'll be streaming live in the morning for day trading right at the market open. Back for Power Hour tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care.